Deputy Speaker, I will be taking the question on behalf of Honorable Twabaza. The supplementary question is, Deputy Minister, do you consider gambling addiction to be a form of an illness? And what programs have you implemented to deal with the problem?
The Honourable Deputy Minister.
Look, like I said, that we have supported the programs of the Gambling Board, who has the mandate to address some of the social ills that have been so well presented by you and also Mr. Ghana. So that is the limited role that we are playing. We were looking at banning digital gambling, which will go a long way to deal with the social in. Soon after Grand Day, hundreds of millions of rands are placed for online betting.
Honourable Deputy Minister, if you could please pause for a while. There is a point of order. Honourable Maotwe.
Thank you very much, Deputy Speaker. The honourable member is reading the follow-up response. Now, how did he anticipate that that is going to be the follow-up? No, he's reading. He's reading. It's a fact. So how did he get the follow-up question? Deputy Speaker.
Thank you, Honourable Member. That is a question that we would have to pose to the Honourable Nkwabaza, as that was a question from the MKP. Honourable Deputy Minister, please proceed.
Yeah, maybe we must teach the Honourable Member about artificial intelligence, but that is another matter.
Honourable Deputy Minister, there's another point of order.
Point of order, Chairperson.
Honourable Reddy first, and then you, Honourable Pambo.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. The rules say that you cannot cast aspersions on other members, and the member is doing that. It's either he brings a substantive motion to the House or he withdraws the statement that he made just now. Thank you.
Thank you, Honourable Reddy. I think that does not fall within Rule 85 of casting aspersions on someone's integrity, so that is not upheld. Honourable Pambo.
Honourable Chairperson, I think we must raise as a concern and perhaps follow up in the Rules Committee about procedure about answering questions in Parliament. A minister can't tell us confidently that he's using artificial intelligence to answer questions about his department. ChatGPT and AI to answer questions about a department you preside over. And you tell us that confidently. You should be ashamed, and we must develop rules around that, please.
Thank you, Honourable Pambo. Please take that to the Rules Committee. Honourable Deputy Minister, proceed.
Yeah, just a quick response. You know, the President did say that we're moving to a digital economy and a digital government. The member must please move with the times.
Honourable Deputy Minister, have you concluded with answering your question?
Yes, I have.
Thank you. Yes, Honourable Member, what is your point of order?
Chair, Deputy Speaker, the Deputy Minister, I do not know whether he did not hear my question because he didn't even attempt to answer my question.
Thank you, Honourable Member. That was the answer provided by the Deputy Minister. I'm sure that you heard the question. Honourable Ntlangwini.
On a point of order, Deputy Speaker.
Please proceed.
Deputy Speaker, as a presiding officer of this House, you ought to also listen to what the minister is answering. And this is precisely what we have struggled with in the 6th Parliament, and it's becoming even worse now in the 7th Parliament under your leadership. Ministers don't even attempt to answer questions, and then you come and you make a announcement, no, they have answered. And that is wrong. Members of Parliament take their time to conclude on these questions and going to their constituencies to get these questions from their constituencies. And then for you to come here and just make a blunt ruling that the minister has answered, and he didn't even attempt to answer even with these so-called Google answers that he have come and tried to use here. He didn't even attempt to answer. Can he please answer the questions? We have taken this to many platforms of parliament. So please correct this. And the honors leave it with you as presiding officers to alert him to answer the question because he didn't answer. So it might as well, we must not have this question and answer sessions if you are behaving like this.
Honourable Ntlangwini.
Deputy,
It isn't,
Deputy
I am,
Speaker.
Honourable members, I'm dealing with the matter of Honourable Ntlangwini. Yes, Honourable Ntlangwini, the ideal would be that ministers and deputy ministers answer the question as you would wish. However, it's not possible for the presiding officer to prescribe to the executive how they should answer questions. We trust that they will do their best and try their best to answer to your satisfaction. However, there are processes in Parliament that you can use to obtain the relevant answers from the members. We have discussed this previously in the Rules Committee, and I would advise you that you look at that now. Yes, Honourable Reddy.
Thank you, Speaker. This question session is critical. We are here to hold the executive accountable. And it is not right that you come here and say that flimsy AI answer, Google answer, is what we and the people of South Africa expect. So your ruling, in order to keep the decorum of this House, as you normally allude to, should be that the minister has not answered the question and that he needs to provide a written reply with the correct answer. Thank you.
Thank you, Honourable Reddy. I will leave that to the Minister and the Deputy Minister to decide on whether they will provide one. It is not within my purview to now instruct a Minister to provide a written answer. We will now proceed, Honourable Members, and the third supplementary question is asked by the Honourable Marais.
Thank you, Chairperson. Minister, I want to know whether you have any educational programs to create awareness about the devastating effects of and dangers that comes with gambling among pensioners. If yes, what are those programs? If not, why not? And given the budget statement by the Minister of Finance yesterday, the increased pensioners grants 3 times more than what they are getting at the moment in order to expand their income base. Thank you, Minister.
The Honourable Deputy Minister.
Deputy Speaker, honourable members must learn to read the question. The question is, do we have a policy? And I said no. Isn't that an answer?
But why are we being shouted? Why are we being shouted?
Honourable members, we proceed. The next question will be asked by the Honourable James.
The Minister must answer. He must. Deputy Minister, answer us, please.
Honourable members, it is now the opportunity of the Honourable James to proceed with her question.
It's a sad day in the Republic of South Africa. Honourable Ghana, your question is very clear. It highlights the words social ills, families, community, and addiction. Addiction, social development is the custodians of the Children's Act, and when we speak to communities, we also include children, where we see many children gambling in schools, Minister, many children gambling on street corners. We are asking you, what is your policy that is in place to protect children and people who are at risk, that is addicted to gambling? That is what we are asking. I thank you.
The Honourable Deputy Minister.
Deputy Speaker, with respect, honourable members must listen. I did say that this is the mandate of the Minister in the Department of Trade and Industry and Competition. If Mr. Ghana has addressed the question to the wrong minister, please address that to him, not to me.
Thank you,
You must
Honourable
stop
Deputy
shouting when you
Minister.
speak to us.
We will now proceed with the next question. That is question number 110. Yes, Honourable
Deputy
Maotwe.
Speaker.
Please proceed.
Deputy Speaker, in all fairness, we can't continue like this. The minister is not here. Ntate O is the deputy minister. Now he can't say that if I have not answered the question, therefore send it to the minister. This comrade is earning a salary of being a deputy minister. Taxpayers' money. What is he doing with that taxpayers' money? That's stealing. How do you get paid and not do the work? And when you are asked to do the work, you are saying, no, the work is not for me, it's for the minister. That's totally unacceptable. He must resign if he doesn't want to be held accountable. Please.
Thank you, Honourable Maotwe. The matter of not asking Honourable Beasley, I'm still busy with the point that Honourable Maotwe has raised. I will first deal with that and then I will come to you. Honourable members, I know that the issue of ministers and deputy ministers not answering questions has been a perennial problem. It is not new to this particular administration. It has always been a problem. It has been taken to the Rules Committee, but I do think it is perhaps necessary that we discuss it again at the Rules Committee so that we know which avenues are available for us, because we cannot sit here and waiting and forcing and requesting a minister to answer if that answer is not forthcoming. But I do undertake, I will discuss it with the Speaker. We will take it to the Rules Committee and perhaps also have a discussion with the Leader of Government Business. Honourable members, yes, Honourable Dlakudi and then Honourable Skusana. My apologies. Firstly, Honourable Beasley.
Speaker, this is a fine example why we say we don't need deputy ministers. It couldn't be any clearer.
Absolutely.
Honourable Beasley, that is a point of argument and debate, not a point of order. Honourable Dlakudi.
Thank you very much, Honourable Deputy Speaker. Irrespective of whether we agree with what the Honourable Deputy Minister is saying or not, Rule 82, Sub-Rule 1, says that in the House and in many plenary sessions, members must refer to one another in a respectful terms. We do request that even if we don't agree, let's not refer to one another in an unparliamentary manner. Thank you.
Thank you, Honourable Dlakudi. I think that is a rule. Honourable members. Honourable members. Honourable members, it is the rule and the practice that we do refer to each other in respectful terms. It is a very basic requirement. So please try to comply with that rule.
Been that kind of engagement, and that has now been filtered through, and we now have for the first time after 30 years, we now have a policy that will, like I said earlier on, translate into a bill and an act of parliament, and that will certainly empower homeless people.
Honourable Member, your point of order.
Thank you, Deputy Speaker. The question specifically related to studies that were done in other countries. The minister has not spoken about any other country other than provinces and so on and so forth. I mean, I know he's committed to federalism, but the question was about other countries and he has been totally irrelevant. I don't know if we can proceed like this.
This thing of AI, Chair, I'm telling you.
Honourable Deputy Minister.
I'm telling you, it's a big problem.
I have not recognized the member who has now spoken. Honourable Deputy Minister, the question referred to international studies. Do you have the information?
With regard to international studies, the Department of Social Development, we regularly send senior officials to attend the conventions so that we can understand best practice. So that is being done on a continuous basis, and there is not a month that passes when the Department of Social Development doesn't send its senior officials to get this kind of information so that we can apply best practice.
Point of order, Speaker.
Thank you, Deputy Minister. I have a couple of hands, but I will take the Honourable Ntlangwini.
Deputy Speaker, with all due respect, we cannot continue like this with a deputy minister that are clearly not respecting us. So I'm pleading with you to say that all of the questions that, because he clearly doesn't have the answers, he's now hallucinating to answering us. So I'm pleading with you, let his questions stand over. We want proper answers. We're not here for playing games. If that is the cue that he does in Al Jamaa, not here in this house, we can't allow such answers. That is really ridiculous. It's an embarrassment on this house. It's an embarrassment of work of members of parliament. They take their time on writing these questions. Who the heck does this minister think he is to come and answer questions like that? Who does he think he is? So I'm really pleading with you. Have a ruling to let this question stand over because he doesn't know what he's talking about.
Send him home. Send him home.
Honourable Ntlangwini, I will first deal with this matter before I take any other hands. Unfortunately, I cannot rule from the table that all the questions be removed. I cannot deny other members from other parties the opportunity to ask their questions. So I would advise, if you are not prepared to ask your question to the Minister, it is up to you. But I cannot rule from the table that those questions are withdrawn. Honourable Reddy.
Madam Speaker, I think you have the power to determine these answers. I mean, I'm sure even looking at you, this is an insult to you also. It's an insult to all of us that this minister is waffling on and not answering the questions. Please, this deputy minister is part of a cabinet where this is the only place we can get answers about what's happening in our country and what they are doing. They are getting paid to do this job. We expect them to answer appropriately and not treat us like we are nincompoops. Thank you.
Thank you, Honourable Reddy. Honourable, I will first deal with this matter before I take all the other matters, and then I'm going to close it, Honourable Members. The matter of the quality of the questions has been dealt with. I also suggested that it be taken to the Rules Committee and that I will refer this to the Speaker to discuss with the Leader of Government Business. But we cannot now change the order list and the questions because you are not happy with an answer. We will now proceed with the next supplementary question. Honourable Matwe, I'm not going to entertain the same matter any further. Is it a new matter? Because I have made a ruling.
Thank you very much, Deputy Speaker. I'm trying to assist you. Please don't close our suggestions out. So on rule book, rule number 138, subsection 4, Deputy Speaker, it says, and I read, if a minister and his or her deputy ministers are absent on the day when questions relating to the relevant ministry are to be answered, the minister may authorize another cabinet member to reply to your question directed at that minister. Now, Deputy Speaker, it's clear that the deputy minister is incapacitated. He's clueless, doesn't know what's happening in the department. That's why he can even rely on artificial intelligence. So ministers are here of the GNU. The rule book says they must then answer this question, Deputy Speaker. Unless if they also want to confirm that they don't have capacity, then we know that we are leaderless in this country. There are no ministers, there are no deputy ministers, there are careerists who come here to take money of the state and
Honourable
just go
Motwe,
and can
you have
waffle
made
and
your
waffle
point.
the whole day.
Honourable Motwe.
Deputy Speaker, we can't continue like this. Thank you.
Honourable Motwe, honourable members, I will first deal with that matter. Honourable Motwe, the Deputy Minister is replying to the questions in terms of Rule 38(3). The question of whether you think the answers are competent or whether the Deputy Minister is competent is another matter. And therefore, I would suggest taking the lead from the Honourable Reddy, who referred to Rule 85, that you submit a substantive motion, as this now could affect the Deputy Minister's dignity. So you are welcome to follow that route. Then I have the Honourable Mashlaule.
Thank you very much, Deputy Speaker. I think Honourable
Honourable Mashlaule, just speak closer to the microphone. We can't hear you.
Honourable Mautwe is correct that rules permit that a minister may nominate a cabinet minister. We are told that the acting minister, which is Honourable Pemima Jodina, did indicate that she wants to respond to the questions. Your office there said she can't because she has another question. That's why we're here, we're having this problem. She was ready to answer the question. Now we must sort out what is happening there so that these questions can be responded to.
Honourable members, in terms of Rule 138(3), the Minister may request the Deputy Minister to answer the question. If the Deputy Minister is not available, then another Cabinet Minister may reply in terms of Rule 138(4). Now, to my knowledge, that has not been the case, and the Minister requested the Deputy Minister, which is the first choice and always has been the convention, to reply to the questions, and we will therefore proceed.